Hey everyone, it's Dr. Teralyn, Brain Health Pro, and today we're going to talk about how you can get better sleep. All right, there's several different things around sleep, and the reason I talk about it is because sleep is central to health and wellness, and it's also central to your brain health, emotional health, and things like that. So without addressing sleep, we just aren't addressing the entire piece of the puzzle. So sleep is so important, which is why we're going to talk about it right now. So sleep hygiene is this idea that we prepare ourselves for sleep. So you're not only preparing your physical environment, you're also preparing your brain and body to get the cues that it's time to sleep. Because we are people who enjoy patterns, our brain tends to associate certain things with sleep or being awake. So if you're in the pattern of staying awake for too long, your brain might be in that same sleep pattern. So when you think about, like, if you take a nap at 2 o'clock every day, pretty soon you're going to think that you need a nap at 2 o'clock, but that's just a pattern that you are in. So let's talk about preparing yourself for sleep. The first thing to do is shut off your electronics. So many people that I know are mindlessly scrolling through social media or TikTok or watching YouTube videos in the middle of the night because they can't sleep. But this is actually stimulating. Even though it's boring, it ends up being boring. It's actually stimulating. So the first thing I want you to do is set a limit on when you're going to shut off social media and scrolling and put that phone down. So start that with number one. The second thing I want you to do is go into your bedroom and shut off all the lights, close the curtains, and see if you have any blue lights, green lights, or any other type of light coming into your bedroom. If you watch TV, you're going to want to turn your TV off as well, because you're actually not falling asleep to TV. It will end up interfering with your sleep ultimately. So make sure you turn everything off and shut the doors and shut the lights and see if there's any light sources that you need to cover up or turn off. Even those little light sources can keep you awake. So the next thing I want you to think about is the room temperature. So even though we like to snuggle up and be warm, you actually sleep better in a cooler room. So I actually like to keep my house temperature at about 63 or 64 during the nighttime, during the winter, because it's a little bit cooler for me and it helps me sleep easier. The next thing I want you to consider is what you're eating before bed. So if you're eating a high sugary or high carb loaded food, it's likely that you might wake up during the middle of the night around 2, 3 in the morning, or just wake up in the morning way too early, because what happens is you are in hypoglycemia. So when your blood sugar falls too low, eventually adrenaline will kick in. And it doesn't matter what time of night that happens, you're going to be awake. You might actually have thoughts of worry or anxiety when you wake up, which definitely signals a blood sugar dysregulation. So instead, opt for a light protein snack before bed. My favorite go-to protein snack is a collagen with an herbal tea about an hour or so before bed. That helps me really relax and fall asleep. So the other thing to think about in your room is the sense of smell. So putting some lavender in a diffuser will signal to your brain and body that lavender equals I go to sleep. The next thing to think about is using your bed only for sleep or for sex. And if you use your bed for more like eating, or I don't know what else someone would use their bed for, your brain is going to associate your bed for those things. So only use it for sleep or for sex. So the last tip that I have is pick one tip at a time and implement that and keep it going. Even if you think it doesn't work, it takes a while for something to work in the bedroom with sleep. So for instance, I wanted to shut the TV off for years in my bedroom. And then when we did, it didn't actually seem to make a difference. As a matter of fact, I felt like I was more alert with the TV off than with the TV on, but that was just me trying to get used to a new pattern and a new cycle. So over time, and it probably took about a month for that to actually yield good results for me. So you're going to need to be consistent with your efforts and give it time and stick to it. So start with one thing and then move on to the next thing. And if I were you, I'd start with electronics, and then I would start with protein before bed. All right. I think that's it. The last tip I have is if you are tossing and turning in bed and you've laid there for like 45 minutes or an hour and you just can't sleep, go ahead and get up, move to a different room, sit quietly, don't turn on electronics, sit quietly in the room and just do some breathing exercises, and then go back into the bedroom and lay down. This again will signal to your brain and body that the bed is for sleep. All right, I'm Dr. Teralyn, Brain Health Pro. Please check me out at drteralyn.com. You can find me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I look forward to seeing you soon, and please make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.